But we're talking track and field, and with the World Championships this year and the Sydney Olympics next year, it seems an appropriate time to assess the state of the sport. Earlier, Dwight Stones sat down with Craig Masback, CEO of USA Track and Field, to do just that.
Craig, after 2 years on the job and 1 year before the Olympic Games, what is the state of track and field?
Well, Dwight, I think we're well positioned to have a great Olympic year and run up to the Olympic year, but also build a great platform from which to operate beginning in 2001 and beyond. By establishing the Golden Spike Tour this year, 1999, we give ourselves a chance to expand on that in 2000 and grow significantly in 2001.
Track and field is a star-driven sport. How can you better take advantage of the stories behind those great stars?
Dwight, we're lucky in the United States to have some truly superstar athletes, and we're lucky that in 1999, through the Golden Spike Tour, they competed in this country. Maurice Green throughout the indoor season, Michael Johnson and Marion Jones in the outdoor season, Marion Jones 4 times in 1 month during the outdoor season. That's what the public wants. They want to see those athletes on television.
Craig, what is your biggest single success since taking the job 2 years ago?
What we've been able to do with the sport is catalog the assets of the sport. The fact that we're the #1 team in the world, the fact that we're the #1 high school participatory sport, the fact that 30 million Americans call themselves runners, 10 million of those Americans running 100 times or more a year, the fact that we have great and marketable stars, and we have a great tradition of stars. But one of our other greatest assets is the high school population. We're the #1 high school participatory sport. So in Raleigh, for the Pontiac Grand Prix Invitational, we brought together those two worlds, a national high school championships, the Foot Locker High School Championships, and the Pontiac Grand Prix Invitational at the same place, on the same weekend. The athletes intermingling. That's what the sponsors loved.
In the 2 years that you've been at the helm, what is the biggest obstacle, the biggest problem that you've encountered that's been the most difficult for you to solve?
I think the biggest thing for track and field to overcome is from within, that the sport has been used to being down and doesn't see itself as the next great opportunity in sports. Hey, I was part of that. I spent a long time trying to tear down the sport, challenging it to be better, but I was one of the naysayers. Now I need the rest of the track and field community, not to say that everything we're doing is right, but to look at what's going well, to support that, and to look for how we can be even better. We've got a great story to tell. People need to hear it.
That's Craig Masback from USA Track and Field. Larry, and speaking as a fan of the sport myself, it's great to see that there is a plan in place to take the sport to the next level.
You know, and I think his message is being heeded, Bob. In sports in America, what really counts is corporate sponsorship dollars, and I think what Craig has been out there talking about for 2 years is being listened to. The budget to run the sport of track and field in America in 1999 is up 60% over what it was in 1998, and we're coming into an Olympic year, and there are other major sponsors who are close by as possible people who will be corporate sponsors of track and field. I think the sport is absolutely on the upswing.